And the president also focused on ending the war in Ukraine. He's set to meet with President Zelensky later this week in Washington. Last week, putting the pressure on Russia and warning he would give Ukraine Tomahawk missiles if peace talks don't ramp up soon. Russia's President Vladimir Putin has warned that supplying Ukraine with those long-range weapons would hurt the relationship between the U.S. and Moscow. The president back in Washington, this after signing that peace deal in the Middle East. We have a live look at the White House this morning, where the president is hoping to capitalize on the success of the ceasefire. And at the same time, he's navigating a government shutdown and a slew of other domestic issues. NewsNation's Tom Dempsey is there live. Tom, good morning to you. So what is on the president's agenda today?
Hey, Kelly, good morning from the White House, where actually just a few short hours ago, President Donald Trump returned after that historic trip to the Middle East. Now, though, his team hopes that the momentum from that trip could help him with a number of issues back here in the United States. He obviously faces a number of pressing issues this morning, from that government shutdown, the stalemate over that, now going on for 2 weeks, as well as trying to get the Federal Reserve to lower interest rates. Some cities like Chicago also continue to push back against National Guard deployments. Praise for that ceasefire deal, though, came from some unexpected places, including from former President Joe Biden, who released a statement saying, quote, "I commend President Trump and his team for their work to get a renewed ceasefire deal over the finish line." A Harvard Capps-Harris poll also found 56% of Americans support the Israel-Hamas peace plan, while 44% said they opposed it. Mick Mulvaney, who served as President Trump's chief of staff during his first term, saying the deal could help the president.
This is something you build your legacy on. Success breeds success in this town. I don't know if it translates immediately into additional political capital on the government shutdown, because the two issues are so far removed, but it's hard to imagine that this doesn't help Donald Trump politically.
And Kelly, getting back to that government shutdown regarding the troop pay, before leaving for the Middle East, President Trump directed Secretary of War Pete Hegseth to redirect some Pentagon funds to make sure troops get paid this week. Kelly?
Yeah, and Tom, at the same time, we know the president will also honor Charlie Kirk today. What more are you learning about that ceremony?
Yeah, so one of the reasons President Trump says he came back from the Middle East so soon is so he could award a posthumous Presidential Medal of Freedom to Charlie Kirk. This obviously comes just over a month after the tragic death of Kirk when he was assassinated. Kirk became a big voice for young conservatives as the founder of the Turning Point USA activist group, and President Trump credits Kirk for helping him win the 2024 presidential election. That Presidential Medal of Freedom, Kelly, is the highest civilian honor the U.S. government can give, and we're expecting that ceremony to happen later this afternoon, with Kirk's widow expected to be here at the White House. Kelly?
And reporting that he has moved heaven and earth to make it to this ceremony. Tom, as always, thank you.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.